Students, for your class 9 there are two parts, part A and part B. Today we will deal with part A, employability skills. Under that the unit 1 is there, communication skill 1. Today we will cover two topics. First one is communication cycle and second topic is methods of your communication. Communication cycle. I think in everywhere communication is very basic need of the living beings to live and to survive, isn't it? For communication, it is a process to give to and receive information from others. Interacting with others while exchanging information is called what? Communication. Now, why communication is a skill to learn? The answer to this is very simple. To succeed in relationship with others, personal or professional, to lead a successful and happy life, communication skills play a very vital role. Okay, like a teacher maintains a balance of being strict and gentle. A doctor is gentle in dealing with his patients, while an army instructor needs to be authoritative and disciplinary. The way you communicate decides the course and progress of the communication further, whether it will reach the desired purpose or not. That is why communication is a skill to learn. Now, there are various process of communication. You can see sender, message, encoding, communication channel, that is oral, written and technology based. Next is receiver, decoding and feedback. What do you mean by sender? Sender means what? The primary source of originating the information or idea is called sender. From where the message is being sent is known as what? Sender. Next is message. The actual content communicated by the sender is what? The message. Next is encoding. The way message is communicated to the receiver is called what? Encoding. The encoding relies on three factors. It should be clear, second is it should be complete, and third one is it should be correct enough. The message encoded in simplest of the form covering all details and correct information is considered as well encoded message. Next is communication channel. What do you mean by communication channel? The medium of communication is called what? Communication channel, and it could be in three forms, like in oral, written and a technological based you can communicate. Okay, next is what? Receiver. Receiver is what? Individual or party that receives the sent message is called receiver. Next is decoding. The interpretation of received message and deriving the intent of the message is called detecting. Like it directly depends upon how well the message has been encoded earlier. Next is like case 1. You can see encoded message. Send me the report as soon as possible. The decoding will be, or the receiver will understand, like it is an angry or rude message. But if you say, could you manage to send the report as soon as possible, since it is required urgently, so it requests of an urgent report and the receiver will immediately send his report. But in the first one, it is giving us the order and saying us like it is an angry or rude message type. So the receiver will not do in that appropriate method, like in the case 2 method he could do. Next is feedback. Feedback is very important in our communication process. Like response to the received message is called feedback. If the response is as desired, that means receiver has decoded the message correctly and responded in a fruitful manner. If you haven't sent in a correct method, then a feedback will be also in a bad process. Next, how the communication could be effective. So there are various factors to make our communication very effective. It all decides in the decision making. It is used to take the actions correctly. It is used to develop the right kind of relation with others to fulfill the desired goals and the target. This is the only reason that our daily life, especially professional life, needs right kind of communication. For that, we should make our communication in a very effective manner. So there are various factors by which you can make your communication very effective. So first is your mutually accepted communication code. How you can mutually accept the communication code, how and in which manner the communication should process is very much important. The language, environment and mode of communication also constitute the code of your communication. Second is well encoded message. It should be clear, complete and correct message. It should not be incorrect message. It should not be incorrect message such that the receiver could not get the message in a appropriate form. Next is careful decoding the message. You should encode your message in such a manner such that the decoding should be in a clear form. Receiver of the message responsible for how well message is being received and interpreted. So it everything depends on the encoding form, like how the message has been sent. Okay, next is your receiver response to the communicated message, how the receiver is being responded. It all depends on how well we are communicating. If we will not communicate in a good manner, then the receiver response will be also not in a good manner. Okay, next is there are various characteristics of the communication, effective communication, like it should be in a clear in a content process, it should be complete with least scope of questions, and there are many other characteristics which makes the effective communication in a better form. Next is communication barrier. If you are making the communication, then there should be some communication barrier also which will affect in our communication. Okay, like how could the communication barrier occur? First one is environment of communication. The environment depends very much important role. Okay, like physical condition constitutes the environment of your communication, like hot or cold room. If it is a cold room, then the sender could not say his message in a very correct manner. Hot room also could not be clear enough. Okay, like poor light is there, the message could not be in a could not go in a very appropriate form. So everything depends on the environment also, like to communicate in a good form. Situational barriers, noise, distraction of any sort, distance, undesired turn of events, this all depends on the barrier. Like if you are communicating, suddenly some barrier come, then how could you communicate in a better way? Okay, next is barrier to effect listening. We When we are listening and at that time some uninterrupted things come out, so you could not be able to receive your message in a correct form. Okay, so that could be also in a can be concluded in what, in a communication barrier. Next is barrier related to personality traits of the communicator, like your attitude, gender, cultural differences, everything depends on the barrier also. Like it should be in a good form, your personality should be good enough. Okay, like if you are talking in a rude form, then the receiver will accept those message in a very bad manner. Okay, next is methods of communication. Basically, there are three basic methods of communication. First is verbal, non-verbal, and third one is your audio-visual. Now, what methods of communication depends on what? It depends on the speaking, writing, and gesture is not only communication. We communicate even when we do not speak also, isn't it? Every time when we speak, it doesn't mean that speaking is only mode for communicating. If we are not speaking, if we are showing some posture or gesture form, that also is the medium of communication. Okay, so there are basic methods, verbal, non-verbal, and audio visual communication, and oral and written communication. Verbal communication, under the verbal communication there are two types, were oral and written. First one is oral communication. It occurs face to face while words are spoken. There are various factors like proficiency of language. You should be the language should be clear enough, the language should be more proficient enough such that the receiver could be able to listen in a good manner. Second is accent, pace, and clarity. The language which you are using for communicating should be clear. It should have the appropriate meaning of it. Okay, next is communication depends on your mood and emotion. If your mood is not correct and you are speaking the good form of communication, then the receiver will not collect the information in a good form. Okay, next is duration of communication is also very important. Like when you are speaking, it should not be too short or it should not be too long. It should be appropriate enough such that the receiver could be able to understand in a clear form. Next is advantages and disadvantages of oral communication. I have said, like whatever we are doing, it will have some pros and it will have some cons also. So first one is advantage. It involves no or least expenses. It will involve nothing expense to communicate. Second is it saves lot of time. Next is it gives us the immediate feedback. Next is your interpersonal nature develops the relations. Next is it is most effective in resolving the conflicts or the difficult situation, and it also promote cooperation and the teamwork. Okay, next is what are the disadvantages of oral communication. First is it has no legal value, like for the using to give some proof. So oral communication is not being concluded for giving the proof. Okay, it will have the written proof only. Next is no liability, accountability, and reference value on what has been agreed upon during the communication. Like the person could be changed from his view, okay, whatever he want to say. Next is greater scope for errors due to poor comprehension and forgetfulness. Might be while you are speaking, you may forget 2 to 3 lines, so it will give you some error, or it will not effective for your communication purpose, and it is not useful for the longer duration also. Next is written communication. Written communication is this type of communication involve written word. It needs to be clear to the point and correct in order to convey the correct meaning. Okay. Next is there are some advantages and disadvantages of the written communication also. First, in the written communication, message can be reviewed and revised before sending. If you want to check that whatever is being written, you can be able to check twice or thrice before the sending to the receiver. Next is it is legally acceptable in court of law if executable in a proper way. As in a oral communication, you could not be used in a used for what, for the oral for the court purpose. Next is longer message can be conveyed in the written form. Next is can be saved for later references, can be duplicated and distributed. It helps in building up goodwill and image of sender. Next is with written communication comes accountability. There are some disadvantages also. It is time taking, it takes long for taking the decisions. Sometimes they can be misinterpreted due to the lack of emotions and personal touch also, and it also involves some cost in drafting and sending the messages. It is suitable for illiterate people. Okay, it is unsuitable, sorry, it is unsuitable for the illiterate people. If the person is not literal, then he could not be able to understand. Next is confidentiality can be compromised. If your written proof is being leaked, then confidentiality will be compromised. Next, second communication method is your non-verbal communication. Under the non-verbal communication, it communicates quietly, includes, constitutes our body language. Like it includes two types. First one is body language and second is your audio visual. In the body language, there are it includes various measures like our expressions, our voice, tone, gesture, posture, eye contact. Everything depends on our body language. Even like our expression, facial expression depends on what we want to speak. Voice should be clear enough such that our voice is anger kind of situation, or it expresses happiness. Everything depends on the body language or the voice which we are saying. Tone means what? Texture of our voice reflects our agreement for the decision. Our interest, sincerity, and attentiveness are gauged by our tone of speech. Next is your gestures. Gesture make the major art of our body language. The movement of hands, fingers, legs, made concisely and pointing with finger. Okay, next is postures. Posture means what? The manner in which we sit, stand, or walk also speak about our interest and level of involvement in the communication. Next is your eye contact. The way we make eye contact tells a lot about us. Right kind of eye contact reflects confidence and sincerity. But if it is not, eye contact is not correct, then it will reflect other way. Next is your physical contact. It touch, hug, grip, etc. also convey meaning of our messages. There are various advantages and disadvantages non-verbal communication. You can see like in advantages, it complements oral and audio visual communication. It substitute for verbal communication like speaking with proper eye contact and tone. It helps in easier interpretation for message by the receiver. It reinforces the messages like telling the direction and pointing at it too. It helps illiterate and physical challenges. It engages the participants of the communication also. It has some disadvantages also, like sometimes non-verbal communication becomes vague and send wrong signals that it is not correct. Okay, you cannot stop non-verbal communication. It happens too fast and simultaneously. The body language of different cultures varies a lot. Next, audio-visual communication. The method of communication is also called technology-based communication. In AV communication, it is used to support by technology and various devices like telephone equipment is there, smartphone, internet, visual displays, etc. there. There are various advantages of AV communication is also like use of internet and video conferencing saves cost include like I am doing here. Next, it is an effective way to explain complex ideas and concepts easily. The technology makes it reusable and easy to distribute. It can be catered to a huge mass of people at a time. Works as a vital driving force in business and education also. It makes the mode of communication interesting and many times entertaining also. There are various disadvantages also. It incurs a lot of cost in infrastructure. It is used to maintain our equipment every time. Technology and equipment can be complex to operate and learn, like somewhere the people who does not have the net connection, they will face some difficulty for using this technological based, depending on several factors that can render the process of communication non-functional also, like power failure is there, ensuring attendance of participants is also there, and a functioning of the equipments, etc. So thank you, this is all about our session.